to the moderate and the swagger of a college kid. Y'all know, you could tell I'm working hard, man. I can't even find time to even groom myself. But I don't care. That's right. Check me out. I haven't even groomed myself lately, but it is what it is. Now we're going to fix this problem that people keep talking about, because I'm tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? Because people are misunderstood. This is how I know. First of all, I know the God is real. I mean, I see that all day, every day, right? Second of all, I know the Bible is real because everything in it comes true, like as far as sleeping around, the curses of the Israelites. Almost everything I see that's in that Bible comes to true. So I have no other choice but to believe that this must be a real book, even though even the stuff that you live by in life, like if you sleep around a lot, bad things are going to happen to you. You do certain things the Bible says do not do, bad things happen to you. So either this book is just some book that just coincidentally just points out stuff you shouldn't do, or it's got to be some real talk in that book. But anyways, man, number one, the Bible does not say the so-called Jesus or God, the day, what are they calling? The Ancient of Days. That's what they call him. The Ancient of Days. It does not describe him as no white person. That's number one. So you're trying to tell me that a white dude, for some reason, left the God of the Bible a dark skin burnt bronze as if it was put in the oven. Does that even remotely make sense to y'all? So I'm gonna try to control slaves with a book, but in the book, if you actually read, you will see that it says that his feet and his arms was as burnt brass as if it was in an oven. Why would a white dude do this? Can somebody please answer this? Does that make sense to y'all? I'm gonna try to control slaves with a book, but tell them that the God of the book is dark as hell. Makes no sense whatsoever. All they did, they cannot change the book because God's not going to let them. They don't have the power. They don't have the power. That's why they can only do certain stuff with the book. God is not going to let the whole complete truth be distorted. And that's why it's still there. You don't believe me? Go look at Revelations. Read it for yourself. Hair of wool, skin of burnt bronze as if it was put in the oven. Yeah, that sounds white to me, man. Yeah, it's a white man's book all day long. Not saying that a white dude cannot read the Bible and be part. I'm not saying that. But people claim that this is some white man's book. But yet, every time I read in the Bible and read about Israelites, it's describing a whole different type of people. Oh, why did God let this? If God is God, then why he let the blacks be in slavery? Why? Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 is why black people are so-called in slavery right now. To this very day. Deontay Wilder's voice. To this day. Deuteronomy 28. Now, some people are going to get offended and say, nah, man, that's the Jews are the people of the Bible. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, then remember, the so-called Jews, the real Jews, got put in slavery, and they will be there until the so-called, who y'all call Jesus, comes back and makes the other nations who put them in slavery bring them back to the Holy Land. He's going to make these people who put them in slavery and scattered them everywhere, the same races of people are going to come and grab these people. You are God's people. Come with us. They're going to bring you back to the Holy Land. And there will be what y'all call Jesus there. So if the so-called Jews are these holy people, then where is all this happening? I didn't see it happen yet. See, y'all don't read, man. That's why y'all don't believe the Bible, because y'all listening to the doctrine of churches and stuff. You're not reading the book. That's why you don't believe it. You think you're going to float off in the sky somewhere and all this other stuff. Because you don't read the book. That's why you think it's a fairy tale. All you got to do is read. Anyways, why are black people, why was they in slavery? God put them there. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, dog. You was either going to be the top of the race of the people of the world, or you're just going to be the bottom. Pick, and you picked the wrong one, so therefore you will be punished. No other race is under them curses, because they are not under the covenant, because you guys made the covenant. The so-called black people made the covenant. Moses and them, they made the covenant with God, not the other races of people. So therefore, that's why you're getting punished with the Deuteronomy 28 curses. No other race is getting punished like that. Yes, they do get some things, but they ain't getting the whole damn list. Only one race of people have been put on slave ships and took it from their parents and all that. You don't believe me? Go read Deuteronomy 28 and you tell me who it's talking about. And then go read Revelations 14:3 and with the hair of wool and the dark skin, and you tell me. Because Jesus looked like the Israelites. So there's no way around this. You got the curses and then you got the image right there. Can't make this up, people. I'm staring with a blank face because it's stupid. Like, it's common sense. So you tell me some genius in the Bible made up all these things that's going to happen to the so-called Israelites. Like, he's that clever. I don't think so. I don't think so. Did they twist the Bible or try to hide stuff? Probably so. They took out the Apocrypha and stuff like that. But they really didn't change the book. They just changed the perception of the book. That's all they did, and made it seem like it's their book. So you're scared to touch it. Why? Because we don't want the Israelites to touch that Bible. Because if 144 of the Israelites are sealed, that's a problem for the other nations, the Gentiles. It does not mean God don't love the Gentiles, but you know, people in church don't want to acknowledge the fact that God has chosen people for a reason. There's nothing you could do about it. You can't say it does not matter, because that's not true. That's not what the book says. It does matter. Why? I'm not God. You ask God why it matters, but there's a chosen group of people. It's funny how people will praise the so-called Jews and say it's them. They praise them. But when it comes to the real Jews, oh, no, it's not us. No way. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter who you are when it comes to them. But when it comes to them Jews over there in Jerusalem, oh, now it matters. God's chosen people matters now. Come on, y'all. I'm not making this up. Bottom line, the real Jews are in slavery until your soul, who y'all call Jesus, comes back. So these cannot be the Jews in Jerusalem. That means the real Jews must be still in slavery. There's no way around this. And there will be no more war in the Holy Land when the real Jews come back. Go look in the Holy Land. What do you see every day? It's common sense. Read. That's all you gotta do is read. You want to sing? Fine. Sing all you want, but read too. I'm done with this. There's nothing else to say about it. If it's a white man's book, please prove me where and why would I don't think a white dude's that dumb to leave the so-called Ancient of Days in the book darker than me. I don't think he's that dumb. Hair of wool. You can't get around that. He's not that dumb, man. So how could it be their book? Please explain to me. That doesn't mean they can't get the book and read it and learn about God and be a part of God. I didn't say that. But you guys are making it seem like it's their book and they use it to control the slaves. No, they didn't even want the slaves to read. And God put the so-called Israelites in slavery. You don't believe me? Go read. That's why I'm not mad over slavery no more. I know why it happened. Because you broke the covenant. And some churches will say the covenant with Jesus. That didn't happen yet. Because when it does, the laws will be written in your heart. Not teaching no man no more. It says right there in Jeremiah. So you can't have it both ways. You got to pick one. Either the book's lying or the religion or whatever you want to say, the church or whatever. Somebody's lying or misunderstood, should I say. Because I don't think people who go to church lie. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. They just been passed down something. It's not their fault, man. It's the people of the world who rule the world who want y'all to believe certain things in that book that's not there. Because people are too lazy to read. They don't want to go read it for themselves. So they're just going to run with what they heard. Just like the Christmas thing. I don't have no issue with Christmas, but according to the Bible, we're not supposed to do that. But I'm not even going to get into that. Because then people are going to get offended and mad and everything. But if you go read, you'll see Jeremiah 10, I think. One, take an axe out the forest and cut the tree down and decorate it. But you know what? It ain't even worth it, dog. I'm not even going to get into it. All I'm saying is, if you believe that it's a white guy's book, you're stupid. I'm sorry. You need to go read or something. Do your research, because it's not true. And how does the Bible control people? People, if you ask me, religion, or I ain't going to say religion, if you follow the Bible, I think your life would be gold. So how's that controlling somebody? So let me get this straight, man. People claim that this is controlling and destroying lives, but if you do everything the Bible says, if you do everything the Bible says don't do, and then your life ends up destroyed, but your will, then how's the Bible destroying somebody's life? I guarantee you, if I try to do mostly what the Bible say versus trying to do what the Bible does not say, I can already tell you which way my life going to be. My life is going to be much better by me. Listen, don't sleep with everybody and treat the neighbor like thyself. And I guarantee you my life will be so much better. But if I do the opposite, I already know what time it is. But that book's controlling and destroying lives though, right? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I'm not an angel. I'm not sitting here saying I'm an angel. I'm just telling y'all, it's a bunch of BS, man. Even if you don't believe in religion, if you follow the rules of the Bible, you will probably be pretty good as far as your life. I really believe that, and I say that to each and every person. But I'm gonna get off here with this, man. Like I said, man, the real Jews, whoever they are, let's just act like we don't know who they are, but we know who they are. I'm not stupid. It's common sense. There could be nobody. Who else could it be? Who else could it be? And it's funny how you go to the churches and stuff and they hide. Like, you don't see a black face in none of the books, like the little children's books. That's wrong, man. That's because they don't want people to know the truth, man. Because the more people know the truth, the more it get close to that 144,000 sealed. Israelites. It said Israelites. It did not say Christians or believers of Christ. It did not say that. That's good. But it said Israelites. Out of each tribe, I can't make this up. If a person is a Christian, they get mad. That's their problem. Go read the book. It said it. I didn't say it. It said 144,000 Israelites, specifically Israelites. Not believers, Christians, and no, it named Israelites. 12,000 of each tribe, sealed. And that's why they don't want the Israelites to know who they are. Common sense. You got a problem with it, take it up with God. Just like the slavery thing. God put the Israelites in slavery. You got a problem with it, take it up with God. I don't have a problem with it no more because I know the truth. I used to, but now I know. Like, dang, God really put them in slavery. It says in the book, man. Can't make it up. Either that or some big coincidence and it just happened. It's one or the other. You got to, which one is it? Either it's a big ass coincidence that the so-called Ancient of Days looks like me but darker and everything, and them same people got put in slavery, and everything else that said it will happen to them in Deuteronomy 28. Or is this just a big coincidence? And that's why Jesus does matter. That's why it does matter what Jesus looks like, because we need to know who the Israelites are that sealed 144,000. It ain't about bragging or boasting or I'm better than the next person. Some people make it that way, but they're wrong for that. I don't think you should do that, because everybody has a chance to be with God. But that does not mean that God did not choose a certain group of people. That's just the truth. And if you don't like it, take it up with God. I didn't tell God to do it. But to say to go, but if you got a problem with it, then you got a problem with God. That'd be like me, hey, I'm putting you in charge. I'm going on vacation for a week, and you the older son, I'm putting you in charge. And then and then everybody else is mad. Then you got a problem with me then, because this is what I said. Just like the slavery thing. They are in slavery because they went against the covenant. No other nation was in that covenant. In the new covenant, yes, everybody could be a part of it, but the new covenant is not yet. That's why you only see one group of people getting all these curses put on them more than anybody else. That does not mean if people sin, the bad things won't happen to them if they're a different race. That's not what I'm saying. We talking about as a group of people. Look at the races of people, and you will see who has them Deuteronomy 28 curses. It's undeniable. They'll all be packed in prison houses. Man, I'm not making this up, dude. So either it's just somebody in the Bible just making this up or what? I'm done talking about it, man. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe, man. Ain't no point. You find out for yourself. I hope you do find out. I really do. But all that other stuff, I'm not buying it, man. The white man book and all this bullshit. Because y'all don't know. Y'all are uneducated on what the Bible's really saying. You still think it's some fairy tale. That's why you don't. Everything I say in this video, you're like, huh? Nah, that ain't the Bible. He's tripping. Okay. You're right, I'm tripping. It doesn't say the Israelites will be hidden in prison houses, and none shall say spare them, and they will be a prey and left to spoil. All the other nations came against the so-called Israelites. Ain't it funny how everybody hates one certain group of people more than anybody else in the world? That's funny, right? That's funny, ain't it? These so-called Israelites would have been on top of the world. But see, people are saying that's why it's the Jews, because they're on top of the world, right? Well, then, okay, you got to have everything else with that then. Because until the Israelites will be restored by so-called, what y'all call Jesus or God, right? They will be restored by him, right? But where's he at? Where's he at? Where's the so-called Jesus that restored them Jews over there? Because the real Jews ain't there yet. Remember, when the real Jews return to the Holy Land, no more war there. And there'll be pearly gates and everything through the whatever, Jerusalem or whatever. And that's what you call heaven. But
you used to call me on my...
Others are telling y'all you're going to float in the sky. That's where the misconception and the fairy tale part comes. It's going to be Jerusalem, the new heaven and earth. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. Done talking, man. I'm being serious, man. I shouldn't even have to do this no more. If people would read, and see, some people just open the Bible and read. Can't do that because different things are scattered different places. When you read this, you'll be like, oh, that's what that meant about this and there. Now it makes sense. It comes together like a puzzle because it's telling you over and you can't confuse it. So if somebody has an argument about, nah, you can't eat pork, and then you see it somewhere else and here, say you can't. Nah, it's not what defiles the man that goes in his mouth. You know it ain't talking about the food because clearly over and over and over it says don't eat pork. So what, God just changed all of a sudden? God says he does not change. So you can't say, oh, he said you can eat pork in the New Testament. You can do what you want, but I'm just telling you, remember, God does not change. So how did God just change in the New Testament? See, contradiction there somewhere. Just because it said what goes in your mouth don't defile the man, it's talking about probably that specific point. Doesn't mean you can eat pork. Why would it say you can eat pork? It says in Isaiah that I'm going to come and kill people eating pork. Swine's flesh. But people will say that already happened, and it's just a bunch of stuff that they keep thinking. They try to bust the book in the middle, like New Testament and Old Testament. Well, really, it's just one book. And that's what religion gets you. It makes you believe stuff that traditionally has been passed down. Just like the Easter Bunny and all that. If we do our research, man, we'll find out a lot of dirty stuff. Like, man, you serious? This is what this holiday really means? But this is too much for me right now. I need to take a break. Y'all rewind this if you don't believe me. I don't have to tell you. I know who the Israelites are. I'm not stupid. And it ain't the people in Jerusalem. It's the lowest race of people because they broke the covenant. Bottom line. And it's funny on that movie 10 Commandments, they won't show you the part where Moses put his hand in his bosom and then when he pulled it out, it was like his other flesh again. They won't show you that part. You know why they can't show you that part. Because the flesh will be a different color. Now, people might take this as offense, but they shouldn't. Because no matter what race you are, you should know the truth. If you are a Christian like you claim, then you shouldn't get offended. You should know the truth. You should feel offended by them lying to you about the truth. By saying that these people are the real Jews when really it's another group of people that are getting treated like bad. The God's people on this earth, God's chosen people, they're chosen for a reason too. See, people think, oh, I'm chosen, I'm special, I'm better than everybody. No, actually, that just means you got more responsibility. And since you're not upholding your responsibility and you broke the covenant, I'm going to punish you more than any other race. It's a genetic curse. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't go to God and say, don't do it to this one. I didn't ask to be this color. You can't do that. That's not how it works. So these group of people are the ones that's getting punished the most because they're the ones under the covenant. They're the ones that made that covenant. These are facts, man. And if it was the people in Jerusalem, if those are the real Jews, then Jesus Christ, or whatever y'all Yahshua, whatever y'all call his name, he'd be right there right now. And there'd be no more war. And he would have came and gathered the so-called Israelites. Not the 1940 stuff where they try to make it seem like the real Jews went back. Did you see Jesus anywhere? I ain't seen him. Where he at? Maybe inside me, yeah, I feel him, I hear him, you know what I mean? Like, I feel him in my life, but I didn't see him gather no Jews over there and take them to Jerusalem or send other races who scattered these Israelites in slavery. So who is it then? That means the Israelites are still in slavery. So what about the curses? Read the curses. And then I'm telling you, there's only one group of people, dog. There's only one group of people that fit all the curses, nobody else. And then to take matters worse, go back to the Ancient of Days. I think it's Daniel 7:9 or 9:7, where it's telling you the Ancient of Days arms. And then Revelations 14:1 or 3, where it's telling you the skin darker than mine and the hair like mine. It's not to boast, man, but it's just to tell you so you'll know who the real Israelites are. There's a reason for this. There's a reason why they're lying to you, tell you it's not to. Think about it. If it did not matter, then why'd you change everything? Why change the image if it don't matter? First of all, you're not even supposed to have an image of a so-called Jesus or God. That's the first thing. Not supposed to. But why even change it anyway? There has to be a reason for that. But, you know, the don't matter police, you know, they don't get it. I guess it does matter when it comes to that, but everything else it don't. I'm done talking, man. Now everybody probably gonna hate me now. I don't care. You know what? I'd rather be hated for the truth than love for a lie any day of the week. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not saying God don't love all races. What I'm saying is the so-called Israelites agreed to the covenant. That would be like me. I have 5 kids and I'm about to go on vacation, right? And the oldest one, hey, you making a covenant with me. Make sure this house don't get messed up and you take care of your brothers and your sisters. That is your job, right? And I come back and everything's messed up. Who's getting it the worst? Does that mean I look at that one more special? No, but you the one that agreed, and you were the one with the most responsibility. Therefore, I'm gonna punish you more than anybody else because everybody's suffering. Every race is suffering. That's why we deceive. We don't know the truth now because the so-called Israelites fell off. Y'all get it? If the Israelites' jobs was to teach the whole world the truth, but since they fell off, now the whole world's a lie. So therefore, the Israelites have to be punished more than any other race because every race is suffering because of that, because of them falling off. But if you tell this to a Christian, no, that's not true. It's all about love. It don't matter. It does matter. I just told you why it mattered. And it's still going to be the same thing in the end. The Israelites are still going to teach the nations and everything. God's will be done regardless. Once he gathers them out of slavery. But this time, the new covenant, it will be written in your hearts. You won't have to teach people. You don't believe me? Go read your Bible and it's right there. I'm done, man. Y'all believe what y'all want, man. I'm out, man.